Right, in this video, we're going to have a look at how to add this Ajax functionality here. I've also just put in a little mini cart here. We'll come to that, the correct installation of that later. But the first thing I just want to show you is as I add items, you'll see that the message updates and then says you need $35 dollars more to get free shipping. You have one item in your cart. You'll see it correlates here with my mini cart. And if I add a second item to my cart, you'll see the message changes then to yay, you get free shipping. And here I have my cart. So if this mini cart maybe was in the header and I then removed an item, then you'll see that the total reverses. So I can either do it by adding one big item. If I add a second item, it updates. Add a third item, it updates. And then in album here, you'll see 3 by, and you'll see $5 to go. I'll add that, and now you'll see the total moves to 60, and it just says that I get free shipping. So it's just a nice little add-on. Maybe you can use somewhere on the page, but it's really a nice way to encourage people to maybe just buy one more item. So to show you how that all fits together, there are two parts to it. The one is the function and the filter, and the second one is how to insert that on the page. So I'm going to head over to my snippets here. We're going to deactivate, and then we're going to rebuild that snippet. So let's add a new snippet, and the new snippet that we're going to add then will be, let's go WooCommerce buy more, right? And then we have a function underscore, let's call it check total. Right, that's all we need to do for the basic function. And then here we going to be using a filter from WooCommerce that hooks into the that filters the add to cart information. So to do that, we go add underscore filter, and we're going to be targeting the WooCommerce underscore add underscore to underscore cart underscore fragments, and then we just pop in the name of our function. Let me just make sure there's no gaps in the name, like that. And then we comma one. There'll just be one variable, and the variable that we'll be accessing for this filter is called fragments. So that's the basic setup. Now, as I said, there are two parts. So the one is writing the function, and then the other one will be where to put it on the page. So when it comes to where to put it on the page, I'm just going to open up the snippet here for the loop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the dynamic information here in this space. You'll see just after the if have posts, I've added this div here, which is just div class equals total cart summary. So we're just going to copy that. We're going to need that. And that's the only information that I'm inserting with the HTML. And that will go just above in that code. It goes just above the shop loop. You could, of course, put it anywhere on the page that you want. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put that in here as a comment so that I know what it is. Right, so let's get started then on creating the function. So what we want to do is we want to get the WooCommerce cart total, because that then determines what whether you need to spend more or less money. So the first thing that I'm going to do though is I'm going to use this upstart function from PHP, and then what I'm also going to do is do the if statement. So if, and what we need to do now is look at the WooCommerce cart total. So cart, so that'll get the cart total, and we're saying if the WooCommerce cart total is less than 60, then do something else. and do something else. So the else statement is actually the easiest. So what I'm going to do here is just call this the output, and output, and that will be equal to yay, you get free shipping, exclamation mark. So that's the relatively easy part. Now what we need to do is fill in what happens between the if statement. So in between that if statement, it will be output, and this is going to be all that text that you saw here about you need so much more, you have so many items in your cart. So to do that, the output will be equal to, and it starts off with you need, well, let's change it then. You only need, and the dollar sign. Then we're going to put in the amount. So let's just leave space for that now. So you only need so much space more to get free shipping. You have, and then we're going to do the cart count. And then items in your, right, so there we have the outline of what we want to do. So the output will be equal to that. And here we need to fill in things. So here we're going to need a formula to calculate how much less than 60 you have. And here we just need to put in the count. So the count is a lot easier to insert. So we'll do that first. So here we go for the WooCommerce, and we go get cart, or we go cart first, and then we're going to go get underscore cart underscore contents underscore count. Right, so that will be the count for the number of items in the cart. And then here, we're just going to need to do a quick calculation to see what we have in the cart. So here it will be 60 less, and then we need the cart total. So WooCommerce, WooCommerce, doesn't have to be capitals, cart total. So here we're saying, let's just have a look, and we need to close off the bracket. So we say you only need 60 less that much. That's the value that you've spent more to get free shipping. You have so many items in your cart. Space there like that. Okay. Now what we need to do, if you get over 60 though, yeah, you get free shipping. The next thing that we need to do now is put this all together. So to put this all together, now you'll remember that we had that total cart summary there. So we're going to use that now. So we come down here and we just hook out of PHP for a second. And then we're going to go with div class equals, and we're going to go with that class that we brought across. Then we just hook back into PHP and we go, we're going to echo, and it'll be the output, and the output again, and then maybe just a space at the end. So and we go NBSP, and that'll just give us a space at the end. Then we hook out of PHP. So basically, div class equals total cart summary PHP, and let's just get that right. Echo output output. Right, that's done. And then what we also need to do before we finish everything is just close off that div. Right, now what we can do is return the fragments. So that goes back into PHP. Right, so copy that, save. So yeah, if we're in a perfect world, then we'll head over to the website and we can refresh. Everything will be working. You need $50 more to get free shipping. So let's just have a look at our formula. So we want to make it, we need to just, that's still reading in from the previous version. So let's just add something to the cart and we should start to see we've added to the cart. Let's just have a look and see why that didn't change. One thing I did forget to insert here, before we return the fragments, we just have to put the fragments together, which is what we haven't done. So here what we do is now is where we create, within that fragments, we create our own array value, and that will be div dot and the total cart summary, right? And then what we also need to do is object underscore get underscore clean. So we clean the buffering up and end that. Right, save. Now it'll work. Now we're on the, and that should be contents count after WooCommerce. Right, that was the error. Save and activate. That's working. Head over to the website. Refresh. Let's add some content. So immediately I get free shipping. So that indicates we have a lot of items in the cart. So you only need $60 more to get free shipping. And then if I add, only need $5 more. Yay, I get free shipping. Right, so that's how you can then add this interactive message then onto your website and just encourage people maybe to spend a little bit more than they were intending to. So just to look at that code again, this is the code that we're using. So we start off with the object start, which will buffer the content. Then what we do is we check the total, we output the sentence. Once we have that outputted sentence, we say, okay, you need so many dollars, $60 less the total, more to get free shipping. Then, yay, you get free shipping if it's more than 60. Then what we do is we put that into this div statement. Then what we do is we have a look at the fragments, and the fragments then pick up this div class summary, and we clean the buffer, and then we return the fragments. And then we can output to the website, and it will work as it should as we add items to our cart, and you'll see that as we remove items, so that total is updated as well. In the next video then, we're just going to look at some styling to pull it all together. So if you remember here, we have our snippets. If I deactivate the styling, then you'll see that we go back to this default kind of layout, and then we just activate that snippet with our styling, and then we have a pretty good looking shop layout. So just refresh. Right, so we're just going to have a look at the basic styling then, how to do the buttons, pull everything together, and then yeah, then I would say that the site here is looking good, and then I'll show you how to implement this filtering plugin, which then allows you to filter your products.